Hi everybody, it's Honest John again, and it's time for another Sports Talk video. Yay! Unfortunately, most sports news isn't about what's happening on the field of play. In baseball, the talk is all about performance-enhancing drugs. Unconfirmed reports are that somewhere between 15 and 23 players are facing suspension. Ryan Braun was the first to go. Now, about a year ago, he beat an accusation against him. He failed a drug test, but he beat it, and he's been rubbing that in baseball's eye for the past year, making all these statements about his professionalism and integrity. And but he was called into the commissioner's office, shown the evidence against him. He accepted this suspension, which is for the rest of the season, issued a statement of apology for wrongdoing, and disappeared. In return for that, Major League Baseball is not making public the evidence against him. Yankees slugger Alex Rodriguez is the next target, and his lawyers have vowed to fight any move against him. Well, recently they went to the commissioner's office and were shown the evidence against him, and now they're quietly negotiating a settlement, trying to avoid a lifetime ban. Which, by the way, the Yankees would love to see that, because then they wouldn't have to pay the rest of his contract, which he is eminently not worth. See, if he does fight it, then what's going to happen is that the evidence that they have against him will be released to the public. And some of that evidence may involve stuff that could get him in court on legal charges, like obstruction of justice. It is expected that the remaining players will also just quietly accept their suspensions and go away for however long they're suspended for. In football, there have been 32 players arrested since the Super Bowl. The most famous being Aaron Hernandez, who has been accused of murder and is being investigated for a double homicide. Now, I'm not going to prejudge that case. Let's just say that looks like Walpole State Prison is going to have a really good football team. And finally, Riley Cooper, Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver, made the news when he yelled out at a Kenny Chesney concert, "I will fight any in here." Of course, he was at a Kenny Chesney concert, so there was nobody there for him to fight. I suppose if he'd have been at a Jay-Z concert, he would have yelled out, "I will fight any Jewish senior citizen in here." But when the NFL season starts, Riley Cooper will be spending a lot of time with a lot of black people who would be perfectly willing to fight him. Now, I don't expect to see any fights actually break out, but he's going to be doing a lot of things like trying to catch passes, running with the ball, blocking downfield, which will give players on the other team an opportunity to clean his clock. And every time that happens, most of the crowd, even when he's playing at home, will stand up and cheer. Thanks for listening.